Hello students, welcome back to your 15 hours Spoken English Certificate course. I am Taruna Makhija and today we shall start with our lesson 2, Punctuation Marks. To begin with, we have our spoken tutorial. After we are done with the spoken tutorial, you may go to attempt your assignment. When you're confident enough with your assignment, you may go and attempt your test on the subject of punctuation marks. So let us begin for today with our topic, punctuation marks. So what are punctuation marks? क्या होते हैं punctuation marks and इसका क्या use होता है? As you can see on the screen, we have question mark, exclamation mark, full stop, comma, colon, semicolon, quotation marks, apostrophe. Now these are some of the punctuation marks which are widely used in the English language. These are not all of the punctuation marks that are there in the English language, but these are the mostly used punctuation marks in the English language. To begin with, we are going to understand why are punctuation marks so important. Punctuation marks are important because they give meaning to a sentence. I repeat, they give meaning to the sentence. Now what does this mean? कैसे meaning मिलता है punctuation marks से? क्या punctuation marks के बिना उसका कुछ meaning नहीं होता? No, I don't mean punctuation marks के बिना उसका कुछ meaning नहीं होता है. But punctuation marks help you to clarify the meaning and to make sure that whatever you want to say is understood by the person who is reading it. To simplify this, let us take few examples. So now on the screen, as you can see, an English teacher wrote these words on the whiteboard. Woman without a man is nothing. The teacher then asked the students to punctuate the words correctly. As you can see, this sentence is without any punctuation, and the teacher has asked the students of the class to punctuate this. Let us see what did the boys write. The boys wrote, woman without a man is nothing, जिसका मतलब है कि एक woman एक man के बिना कुछ भी नहीं है. So the boys have given the emphasis to the man, that the woman is nothing without the man. That is what they want to say. The girls on the other hand wrote, woman without her, man is nothing. So what the girls mean is that woman without the woman, the man is nothing. एक आदमी एक औरत के बिना कुछ नहीं है. This is what this sentence means. So the words are the same, the sentence is the same, but because of the punctuation marks, the two sentences mean totally different. This sentence has a comma after the word man, and this sentence has a colon over here, and it has a comma after the word her. So because of the place where you are placing your punctuation marks, the meaning of the sentences change totally. So that is why punctuation marks are very, very important whenever you are writing any sentences. Let us now see few more examples to understand why punctuation marks are important. On the screen now you can see an image. In the image it is written, time to eat, children. You can also see a woman who is running after the kids with the knife and the fork in the hand. So is it trying to say that the woman is running behind to eat the children, to cut them off and to eat them? Definitely not. So what is missing in this sentence is punctuation. What punctuation is missing? Here in this sentence, if after the word eat we add a comma, the meaning of the sentence will change completely. It will become time to eat, children. So the mother is asking the kids, is telling the kids that kids, it is the time to eat now, so let us go and eat. Because of one single comma, the whole meaning of the sentence changes. Let us see one more example like this. Now this sentence says, I love baking my family and my friends. So does this person want to say that he or she likes to bake the family and bake the friends? मतलब वो oven में डालते हैं क्या अपने family और friends को? So this sentence is definitely wrong. There is something missing in it. Let us see what punctuation does to it. I love baking, comma, my family and my friends. Completely the meaning is changed now. This sentence made us think that this person loves to bake his or her family and loves to bake his or her friends. But if you see over here, this sentence clearly makes us understand that this person loves baking. This person also loves his or her family, and this particular person also loves his or her friends. Let us see one more example to understand it in a better way. Now this sentence says, let's eat grandma. And you can see the grandma's expression over here, like, what? You want to eat me? Because the sentence here says, let's eat grandma. So we should go and eat grandmother. No, so this is wrong. The proper sentence should be, let's eat, comma, and then there should be the word grandma. So we are telling grandma that, come on grandma, it is time to eat now. Let's eat. But same words, same sentence. The only difference here is because of the comma. So this is how punctuation marks change the meaning of the sentences, and so they are very, very important. So moving forward, now we are going to do one by one the punctuation marks, when they are used and how they are used. To begin with, we have the question mark. Now a question mark is used after a direct question. कोई भी सवाल हो, उसके end में, उसके अंत में हम question mark डालते हैं. As you can see in this example, what is the time? Question mark. Why are you late? Question mark. So कुछ सवाल, कोई भी सवाल होगा, उसके end में हम question mark डालते हैं. The question mark is also added after a question tag. Now what is a question tag? ये क्या होता है, कैसे होता है? You must have done it in school, and you're also going to do this further on in some lessons. But इसके end में भी we always put the question mark. So as you can see in this example, we have seen this movie. Sorry, you have seen this movie, haven't you? You are happy, aren't you? So at the end, you always put a question mark whenever we are doing question tag. So to summarize, a question mark is used after a direct question, and a question mark is used after the question tag. After the question mark, let us learn about exclamatory mark. Exclamation mark is used to show emphasis or excitement. So जब भी मुझे कोई भी particular चीज़ के लिए बहुत ज़्यादा emphasis दिखाना है, like I am very happy or I am very sad or I am in very much pain, any such expression I am using in the sentence, so with that I will be using the exclamation mark. For example, wow, this is a beautiful flower. Now wow is an expression. It tells that मुझे कोई चीज़ बहुत अच्छी लगी है, तो इसीलिए I am using the word wow. So after this word wow, I will be using the exclamation mark. Next sentence, oh, I got hurt. So जब भी आपको चोट लगती है, you are in pain. To express this pain, to emphasize this pain, the word is oh. So after this word oh, we use the exclamation mark. The exclamation mark is also used in case of exclamatory sentences. Now what are exclamatory sentences? You will be learning in the type of sentences in much detail. They are just a type of sentence, just like a question, like we have assertive sentences. Similarly we have exclamatory sentences. So what a soothing song it is. So after every exclamatory sentence you have the exclamation mark. How pretty the dress is. So this is also an exclamatory sentence. So at the end of this you will have the exclamation mark. Beware, now this is a warning. So this is also laying emphasis. So beware के बाद भी we will give the exclamation mark. उसके बाद जो भी warning देनी है. So here it is dog on duty. So we are warning the people that यहाँ पे ध्यान दो. Please be aware that there is a dog on duty. So we are giving a warning. So after that we will put the exclamation mark. After understanding the exclamation mark, the next one which we have is full stop. Now the full stop is also known as period. Another name for the exclamation Now the full stop is also known as the period. Another name for our punctuation mark full stop is period. When is this used? It is used at the end of a non-interrogative and non-exclamatory sentence. Now what is an interrogative sentence? Questions होते हैं जो, उनको हम interrogative sentences बोलते हैं. And as I told you in the previous slide, there are certain types of sentences which are the exclamatory sentences जिसके end में exclamation mark आता है. So any sentence which is non-interrogative and which is not exclamatory sentence, उसके end में क्या आएगा? उसके end में आएगा हमारा full stop. So we will use the full stop at the end of non-interrogative, मतलब जो question नहीं है और जो exclamatory sentence नहीं है, उसके end में हम देंगे full stop. As you can see in this example, I went to a movie in the evening. ये एक simple sentence है जिसे हम English में assertive sentence भी बोलते हैं. So at the end of any assertive sentence, you will be using the full stop. Similarly, along with using it at the end of any sentence, we also use it with abbreviations. Now what are abbreviations? Abbreviations are nothing but short forms. For examples for this are EG. Now EG is the short form, is the abbreviation for example. So when we are writing this word EG, we write E full stop, G full stop. BCom. Now BCom stands for Bachelor of Commerce. So here also we have using the full stop. MBA, even this is an abbreviation, so we have used the full stop. Etc. Even etc. is a short form, is an abbreviation. So even with etc. we use the full stop. So this is the use of full stop. After that, let us see what is the use of comma. Now a comma is used to separate words or items in a list. So if I am having many number of items in the list, now those the list may consist of people, it may be things, or whatever it may be. I need to separate those items using a comma. Now the example for this is I love chocolates, ice cream and french fries. Now these are a list of items which I love, but to separate them I have used the comma. So the comma is used in such a way to separate some items in a particular list. So you can also use my friends are Ram, Sham and Sita, and I love to do drawing, dancing and painting. So here whatever the list is, you have to use the comma to separate them. Now the comma is also used to separate a city from its state. So whenever you are writing the name of your city and after that you have to mention the name of your state, please make sure you put a comma after you write the city name. Like for example, I have written over here, I am from Kalyan, Maharashtra. Similarly, you may write, I am from Thane, Maharashtra. I am from Mumbai, Maharashtra. I am from Kolhapur, Maharashtra. But whenever you're putting the name of your city, after the city name, you need to put a comma and then the name of the state. So a comma is also used to separate a city from the state. The next use of the comma is, it is used to separate day, date from the month and year. Example, the marathon is on 1st July 2020. So after writing the date and the month, you always put the comma and then you will mention the year. Similarly, you may also write this as, the marathon is on June 1, 2020. Even here you can see we have written the month and the day, and then we have put the comma and then the year. So the comma is also used when you are writing date, and while writing the date, you write the day and the date, you put the comma and then you put the year. The comma is also used to separate the dependent and independent clause of complex sentences. Now, what are complex sentences? You will be doing it in detail in the further lessons. But to understand now, this is an example of a complex sentence. Whenever the prices go up, customers buy less products. So these are two sentences, and this is a complex sentence where they are saying that whenever the prices are going up, what happens? The customers buy less products. So to separate these two, what have we used? A comma is used to separate, or it is used to frame this complex sentence. One important thing to note over here is, while speaking, you need to give a slight pause in a sentence when comma is used. So whenever there is a comma in a particular sentence, pause for some seconds and then continue. I'll give you an example that if I read this particular sentence without the pauses, how will it feel? I love chocolates, ice cream and french fries. No, you should not read any sentence which has a comma like this. You should read it as, I love chocolates, ice cream and french fries. Similarly, I am from Kalyan, Maharashtra. This is the correct way to read it. You should not read it right, I am from Kalyan, Maharashtra. No, if there is a comma over here, pause for a second and then say the next word. Similarly, over here, the marathon is on 1st July 2020. Moving ahead, the next punctuation mark which we are going to study is quotation marks. Now the quotation marks are also known as inverted commas. When do we use them? Now quotation marks are used to indicate the exact words of the writer or the speaker. Example for this is, my mother asked, are you hungry? सो कोटेशन मार्क्स हम तब यूज़ करते हैं जब हमें कुछ ऐसे सेंटेंसेस या ऐसे वर्ड्स बताने होते हैं जो किसी और ने बोले गए हैं, किसी और के बोले गए हों. When we are writing the exact same words as they have been told by somebody else, we use the quotation marks. So as in this examples, what has my mother asked me? Are you hungry? So are you hungry are the exact words which my mother has used. So we put them in inverted commas. Please note, before giving the inverted commas, you need to put a comma over here. Another example, Sarah said, comma, I am going to the park. So I am going to the park. These are the exact words used by Sarah. So to put them in a sentence, we will be putting them in the inverted commas. Important thing to note over here, full stop or any other punctuation marks used at the end of a sentence should be inside the inverted commas. Now what does this mean? As you can see this example, the question mark और the full stop, ये दोनों inverted commas के अंदर ही है. So you need to make sure whenever you are using the inverted commas, any punctuation mark, may it be the question mark or full stop or exclamation mark, that should come inside the quotation marks or inside your inverted commas. You give the full stop and then you close the inverted commas. You give the question mark and then you close the inverted commas. After understanding the quotation marks, next we have colon. Now when is the colon used? A colon is used to describe a person, thing, place, list of persons, places or things. So let us see in an example how is it used. Like example itself, I want to give few examples. There will be a list of examples. So what have I used? I have used the colon over here. The list of things required for the party are. Now I'm going to list down some things. But before listing down those things, what have I used? I have used the colon. The things are balloons, ribbons, cake and juice. Now also to separate these items, what is used? The punctuation mark, comma is used over here. So as in when we are going, and here also there is a list where we use the colon. So here also we have separated all those things with comma. And if you see over here, we have used the word etc. This is an abbreviation. After that we have used full stop. These are all sentences. So after that we have given the full stop. Next, answer the following questions. Answer the following questions. This thing you usually see in your papers or in your books. Answer the following questions. After that we have the colon, because after that we are given a list of questions. So what has the chef named his restaurant as? To describe that we have used the colon, and then we have given the name of the restaurant, which is Mummy's Kitchen. So this is how the colon is used. Now let us see what is semicolon. Semicolon is used to separate two sentences in a series or transition. So whenever we have to use a semicolon, there need to be two sentences. To separate those two sentences, we use the semicolon. Let us see the example. There was an earthquake. However, there was no loss of life. Now, this is one sentence which says there was an earthquake. There is another sentence which says, however, there was no loss of life. Now, why do we use the semicolon over here? Because these two sentences are in the same series. Both relate to the same thing. Earthquake हुआ, बट उस earthquake की वजह से कोई loss of life नहीं हुआ. That is, कुछ उसकी वजह से death नहीं हुई है. Both relate to the same thing. So to separate such sentences which relate to the same thing, what do we use? We use the semicolon. Next example, she came to the class though she was ill. Now even in this sentence, we have that she has come to the class. This is one sentence. Though she was ill. Now this also relates to the same thing. It is related to she coming to the class even when she was ill. So we have used the semicolon. After the semicolon, we have apostrophe. Now when is the apostrophe used? Use the apostrophe when combining two words. So if we have to combine two words, we use apostrophe. Let us see how do we do that. It is always placed in the spot where the letter S has been removed, or where the letter or letters have been removed. When do we use this? कहीं पे अगर कोई लेटर को रिमूव करते हैं तो उसकी जगह पे हम क्या डालते हैं? एपोस्ट्रॉफी डालते हैं. आई एम रिपीटिंग. Whenever we are removing any particular letter, now letter means what over here? A, B, C, D, all these are the letters, or these are the alphabets. So whenever we remove any particular alphabet, in that place what do we use? We use the apostrophe. Example, she's. Now if you read this whole sentence, she is only allowed cheat meals on Sunday. Now in this she's, this means she is, but we have removed the letter I. So instead of that letter I, we have given the apostrophe. It's his car. So this it stands for it is. Here also, in place of the letter I, if we have removed the letter I, we have given apostrophe in its place. The next example is, the kids don't have school on Saturday. The word is don't, where we have used the apostrophe. Now this stands for the words do not. So here also, in the place of the word, in place of the letter O, we have given the apostrophe. So you see, the apostrophe is placed in the spot where the letter has been removed. So here I is removed, here also I is removed, and here O is removed, and in that place we have given the apostrophe. Apostrophe is also used to show possession. अगर हमें बताना है ये पेन किसका है, this is Mr. Sham's pen, or this, let us see the example which I have given over here. So if I want to show that something belongs to somebody, we use the apostrophe even over there. In such cases, we place the apostrophe before S. Before the letter S. So they found Mrs. Gupta's missing ring on the stairs. So Mrs. Gupta is the word, and then we give the apostrophe, we write the letter S, because the ring belongs to whom? It belongs to Mrs. Gupta. So we have shown possession कि ये Mrs. Gupta की ring थी. Pavan is going to his grandparents' house. Where is Pavan going? He is going to his grandparents' house. So after the word grandparent, we give apostrophe and then we write the word S. Komal is having a good time at her cousin's place. So after the word cousin, we give apostrophe and then S, because where is Komal going? She is going to her cousin's place. So this is how apostrophe is used. You use it in place of some letters. When you remove some letters, you use apostrophe in their places, and you also use apostrophe to show some kind of possession. So we are done with our spoken tutorial now. We have covered the major punctuation marks which are used. You may now go for your assignment. The link will be provided to you. And after finishing your assignment, you may go for your test on the topic of punctuation marks. Thank you so much. Have a great day ahead. Stay home, stay safe.